All right, guys, so I am recording this just so that I can upload it tomorrow, because tomorrow's gonna be really crazy because I actually start work tomorrow. I'm super excited. I know people are like, you're excited to like start work after you've been off for like a month or whatever. Yes, I am, because first of all, I'm a workhorse. You know, I love to be working. I love to be doing things. I love to always feel useful. So I'm super excited to return back to work. As those of you know, I was at work over the summer for 7 straight weeks. I was the only one who did it. And it was hard. It was hard on my body. It was hard on my energy, but I loved it, you know, and I did it and I survived. So I had a little bit of a break, like a little bit of a month break before I had to start work again. So it's been nice. It's definitely been a nice break to, you know, be on lives with you guys and, you know, definitely just have time for my business. You know, it's definitely been fun, but I'm excited to kind of get back to doing what I do best with it, which is like working with kids as well. You know, they have like such pure energy and it's just always so nice. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record the astrology series number 3 and we're gonna talk about Capricorns. I was gonna do a fire sign because I already did water and earth, so I was gonna either do fire or air, but I just feel it's super important to talk about Capricorns because I'm learning so much about them, and I've actually been learning to really truly like finagle and blend with their energy so much, and so I feel the importance to talk about them. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about Capricorns, right? So Capricorns, first of all, they're an earth sign. I forget their symbol, but I don't know why I want to say like a goat or something like that. But anyways, listen, that's not even the important aspect of it, right? Let's get to the nitty gritty of what you guys want to know about Capricorns, right? Like the good, the bad, and all that stuff. How can I explain Capricorns in the sense that I feel like even when you have a healed or an unhealed Capricorn, you're gonna see a lot of the same traits, because Capricorns are like the one sign that I personally deal with. Because those of you that know me, you guys know that my son is a Capricorn and my mom is a Capricorn. And I had a really close cousin who was also a Capricorn as well. So it's like it's not my first rodeo with Capricorn energy, okay? And what I will say is that even when you encounter, it's the one sign that I've ever encountered that even with being unevolved and evolved, it's almost like they have the same traits. They just are who they are, and they will not change for anybody. They will not change for anybody. Capricorn is the one main sign that I have found that you have to learn to deal with. You have to learn how to work around their energy in order to really blend with them, okay? And I know that sounds weird to say, because I always tell you guys, like, you guys be yourself, like, don't change for anybody. You don't have to change for Capricorns. But just as much as you don't have to change, they know that as well, and they won't change for nobody. They're not going to change for nobody. They're not. They are who they are. They know that. They know that about themselves, and they take pride in that. And that's it. Like, that's just what it is. I'm telling you right now, like, that is just, it just is what it is with Capricorns, okay? So first and foremost, I do want to say that the good parts of Capricorn is they are very loving. They may not show it to you physically or emotionally, but they do love. They have a big heart, okay? They do. They do. Don't let them fool you, because they do. They may give off this, you know, rough exterior, you know, not showing emotion, and they may tell you, yeah, whatever, I don't give a shit. They do. Deep down inside, they do. They do have a very motherly, because they're the mother and the father of the zodiac, right? So they do have a very motherly, fatherly way of going about things, right? Like, they always feel, when you deal with the Capricorn, what you guys will notice is that you'll feel like if you're being parented, you know, you'll feel like if you're always talking to like a parent, okay? I go through this all the time with my own parent and my son. He thinks he's my dad. Like, it's hysterical. So they mean well. Capricorns always mean well. Guys, they really, truly do, okay? They have a very sweet heart and they mean well. It's really all about their delivery. And some of them do learn to shift that a little bit. Like, some of them do learn to finagle that, and some of them you can get to like speak to you differently and then you'll get like a different like reaction out of them. But then a lot of them, they don't give a shit. You know, they'll be like, nope, this is how I talk, this is the way I do things. And so then they won't, right? Because I feel like they take a lot of offense when you tell them that they need to change or that they need to do something different. They just don't take it very well. So just as much as they don't know how to be very deliverable in the way they say things to you, you have to also be very careful in how you deliver things to them, because it's a big trigger projection type of shit, okay? So the good parts of the Capricorn is that they're really fucking intelligent, okay? Very intelligent. They will learn something and they learn it and that's it. Like they, you know, they're very intrigued by learning things. You know, if they don't know something, they want to know. So they love to learn. They are very grounded in a sense that they know who they are and they know that it's just hard for them to change for people. So that's one thing, you know, that's really amazing. And they do have really big hearts. They're very generous, but they don't even know it, you know, like they are. You will catch them being very generous, even though they may seem stingy. They are not. They are very, very generous, and they're very good-hearted people, and they mean well. Those are the really amazing things about a Capricorn. The negative traits, like I said, that you can encounter is that, you know, their delivery and things and the way they speak could be really harsh. And so when they're speaking to people, a person could feel judged, or a person could feel like they're in trouble, you know, in some way, shape, or form. Like you might be like, oh my God, what did I do? So you have to just be really, really careful with the way that you finagle energy with a Capricorn, because a lot of things with them as well is that if you tell a Capricorn something, you have to stick with it. If you try to change up on them, they get very triggered when their routine is disrupted or something goes awry. Like the energy gets to them and they just lose their shit. They lose their shit. So if you say something to a Capricorn, you have to mean it and you have to stick with it, okay? Because they will lose their shit. They don't like to be thrown off of their routine. They don't like to be thrown off of what they already know is coming or doing whatever, because they keep it in their mind. That's one thing about their mindset. It's like you tell them something and they run with it. They can change their mind, but nobody else in their reality can change their mind. They hold you to what you say. It's hysterical, okay? But if you can do that, if you can kind of maneuver through the energy, right? Because a lot of times too, they have a lot of energy, and so they'll come at you. They'll come at you and they'll try to really bait you into an argument, or they'll try to bait you into fighting, or, you know, because if they have something to say, you have to hear it. They will literally, they don't care if you're on the phone. They don't care if you're doing something. They don't care if you're busy. They don't care. They don't care, because they need that attention right then and there. It's like they need to know that they have your attention. So what I find is kind of working for me, powering through the Capricorn energy, is that you just have to listen. Let them talk. Let them get it out of their system. Let them talk. My son, for example, if he comes up and he's got this energy and he's like, duh, 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 I just let him, you know, like instead of me reacting, I don't give him a reaction anymore. I just let him. I let him get that extra energy out. I don't disturb it. And when I feel like he's losing his shit, you know, like when I feel like, you know, he's losing it, I walk away. I let him work through his own energy, because that's what he needs to do. And then I walk away. And it works. It works. And when they are tired, leave them be. They are not morning people. Just leave them be. They eventually will open up and say things to you. Just let them be. They're not morning people. You have to let them wake up and get their energy going, okay? And then lastly, they will talk to you when they feel like they want to talk to you. Just let them be. Just let them be. I promise you, if you have a Capricorn in your life and you follow kind of like these tips and you just kind of be aware of this, your relationship with a Capricorn will go a lot more smoothly. But the main thing is, if you give them your word, you need to keep your word. They will consider you a person that lies, or, you know, is very not agreeable or unreliable if you don't keep your word. So make sure you keep your word with the Capricorn, and you'll be all right. You'll be all right. You know, so like if you say on Sunday, whatever day at this time, you better stick to that, because they're going to hold you to it. Be very mindful of your words. All right. So listen, I hope this has helped you guys to live a little better with the Capricorn and understand Capricorns a little bit better, because they are really good-hearted people. You just got to learn how to vibe with their energy. Love you.